Okay, little buddy. I've got you and Stuart Appleby on the right, and obviously, first thing that you see is you're a big old hockey playing beast, and your lat muscles and rhomboids are just massive. I mean, freaking massive. And we're not going to spend a lot of time trying to get you to flatten your back out because it's not going to happen. You've got good posture. I mean, all I'm concerned about is this straight line, okay, from your ear intersecting the shaft, okay. Do the same thing with our buddy Stuart Appleby here. And the big thing that I want you to notice with Stuart, okay, is I'm just going to draw a line, get some numbers here. So his angle from his ear down to the shaft is 39.2. Okay? In your case, it's going to be probably real close to that. No, not really. 10 degrees difference. All right? And the number in itself is not a problem, okay, because this is all relative. I'd like to see you soften that right arm a little bit. If we go over here, look how Stuart it comes down, and then there's a little break. You can see a little bit of his left arm above that. That just makes it easier for him to set that club on plane. So when he goes to P2 and to P3, that right elbow and right arm just fold just nice and naturally at his side. Okay, so we take you back. All right, you have a little bit of lift. Okay, I'd like to see more turn and less lift. The hands and the club are in a really good spot right there. Okay, the club's a little bit below it, but that's not a big deal because what I like to see is I like to see the left arm point somewhere between the toes and the heels, and yours is right at the toes. Is fine, and that's position 2. Okay, we look at Stewart's P2. They're very similar. All right, so you're in good shape. The right elbow or the lower right arm is parallel to the shaft plane line, which is good. All right, we'll just take Stewart on up to P3, and then we get to P3. You can see that his shaft is perfectly in line from where it started. It's just shifted planes a little bit, and that's what we're looking for. Now, because of the way you're built, you're going to lift a little bit, but that's fine. All right, that's fine. Don't have a problem with that. All right, now we're going to go ahead and take you to the top. All right, now this is where we start to have some problems. Notice how your left arm, how steep your left arm gets in relation to your shoulders. Okay, and look at that right elbow. See how it flies behind you? And look how Stewart's is right at his side. Let's change something here. All right, so you got that flying right elbow, and Stewart's is nice and connected. Okay, and that's why your left arm is so steep. Okay, you've done a really good job. Let's see how much spine angle you've lost. So you're at 37 now. So you know what? I put the wrong number up there. My bad, Gary. Let me change that. You're actually 53. So you were at where did you start? Was that 49? Yeah, you were at 49 and then 54. So only about 5 degrees. Okay, so that's fine. It's what you do on the way down. It makes the big difference. If we look at Stewart, he hasn't moved any. Now that's me moving the camera. I mean his spine angle is almost perfect from where it was. Okay, so on the way down, the line I'm going to draw here. That's your slot. See how wide your slot is. See the difference in that. We look over here at Stewart's, how narrow it is. So his margin for error is actually greater the smaller his slot is. The bigger your slot is, the smaller your margin for error is. And a lot of people don't understand that. They think this hillbilly's just talking crazy, but it's true. All right, you're going to watch Stewart drop his hands right down into that slot. the shaft at position 6, excuse me, position 5 is identical to where it was at position 3. And he goes right to the inside. That club head and his hands never really get out of that slot. Okay? So when he comes back to it to impact, you can see his spine angle is still at 39.2 or 40 or right thereabouts. Alright, so let's watch your hands. Alright, so you do a pretty good job of swinging on plane, but you're so steep. See, you do a good job of coming down. You couldn't be any steeper from where you are. So we got to get you a little more compact. So I'm going to show you. Let's change to red. You can't see it, but your club head is flashing. See the perforated line that I just drew? That's where your club head is going to be. See it flashing? It's kind of blurry. So you would be pulling that down the left field line. We got to get you swinging toward right field. Watch Stewart's path, the path of his club, and watch where his golf ball goes. Okay. It actually goes dead straight. You can look at his divots down there and tell where he's hitting the ball. And here's what's really good, is look at his spine angle. He keeps his head, his spine angle right down on that line, 39.2, the whole time until he gets to P8. Alright, so you do a pretty good job because you're athletic. I can't coach that. You got to bring that yourself. But see how much movement's going on there? Trying to get that club in position because it's so steep at the top. You can't swing inside out from where you're at the top. You can't swing inside out from there. Okay. Now we spent a lot of time last summer working on that flying wedge, and you got to keep doing that. But we really need to transition into this ball striking. We need to keep playing and keep working on this and start working on these positions a little bit more. So now I'm going to flip it over and we're going to do it from the front.